Scream 3 is based around Stab 3, the making of Stab 3. And Stab 3 is sort of Scream 2 and Scream 1, like in a nutshell. They've made the sequels, and this is a sequel to those sequels. So it's movies inside movies.
So there's a lot of stuff surrounding Hollywood in the industry, and filmmaking, and actors, and producers, and all that fun stuff.
Stuff starts to go wrong. Things are happening. People are, you know, getting outed. And we all come in together, and we're there to help.
Bye.
All right, I got an idea. I'm going to hook up with you guys later.
You want us to come with you?
Oh, we're better alone. We've really tried to keep the characters strong, and obviously we've all grown in different ways and become different people, but there's still these characters that people love. And there's new people who are fun, too.
True to the Scream spirit, the latest chapters send some recognizable faces in harm's way, including former teen star Patrick Dempsey.
All bets are off.
Did you request this case?
When you see what I see day in and day out, the violence that people do to each other, you get haunted.
What do you mean?
I know what it's like to see ghosts that don't go away. To be watching a scary movie in your head, whether you want to or not. I played Detective Mark Kincaid, who was basically trying to find the killer.
I can handle fans. You see this, Stewie? I haven't had one of these in a year and a half. Someone's gonna pay for this.
Jennifer, settle down. What happened?
I'm with him.
You. Like I'm ever going to win an award playing you.
There's been a second murder.
Where?
Where? Nancy Drew wants to know where.
I play Jennifer Jolie, who has been in the 2 Stab movies, and he's been acting as Gale Weathers for 2 films. So in this film, I get to meet her.
But it wasn't exactly love at first sight for these dueling Gales.
You know, I'm sorry things didn't work out on 60 Minutes, too, but Total Entertainment, that's a pretty good fallback.
Thank you. I'm sorry that things didn't work out with Brad Pitt, but being single, that's a pretty good fallback. She was a great Gale Weathers. I had such a good time working with her. I think when I heard that Parker Posey was playing me as Gale Weathers, there isn't a better person to play that part. It's perfect.
Don't you get it?
Someone's killing them in the order they die in the movie.
Dewey, who gets killed third? Who gets killed third?
All this mayhem doesn't sit well with Scott Foley, who plays the director of Stab 3. After all, he's got a film to finish.
Why couldn't someone have killed the cast from Stab 1? Huh? Or Stab 2? Why me? What? John, what did we do wrong?
Hollywood is full of criminals whose careers are flourishing.
I'm not a...
Roman Bridger. He was a first-time feature film director. He's directing music videos and commercials, but, you know, he wanted his big break, and he got it. Although he's having a tough time. Everyone's dying on the set.
Ronan?
Stab 3. Jesus, I gotta get a new agent.
In real life, actress Jenny McCarthy was thrilled to be part of the Chills.
You know, watching the first 2, I always thought, you know, it was missing something, you know. And so I definitely made sure that I got in this one.
Stan, my man, he does good work, huh?
Tyson, go to hell. Sarah Darling, the actress in Stab 3, which is the movie within the movie, she's kind of the anti-bimbo. She's trying very hard to get a lead. She wants respect.
I'm not happy that I'm 35 playing a 21-year-old. I'm not happy that I have to die naked. And I'm not happy that my character is too stupid to have a gun in the house after her boyfriend's been cut into fish sticks.
Went through it myself. Yeah, I mean, when I started, it was tough getting, you know, good scripts. If I saw Bikini Car Wash again, I was going to die. I was having enough of that.
She's very, very bright and has a wicked sense of humor. So she came in and really took the crew by storm.
Thank you for calling Sunrise Picture Studios. If you'd like to share comments, press 1.
Coming up, get inside the real-life love story that made Scream a dream for 2 of its stars. Plus, we'll reveal the security measures that had the stars scared stiff.
I was scared for my own life.
But first, another BTS IQ test. Name the starlet who took flight off a balcony to her death in Scream 2. David Arquette has the answer next.
Set, ready, and act. Got a call from King.
Where is everybody?
Okay, Screamers, here's David Arquette with the answer to our second BTS IQ test. Which WB star took a nasty fall in Scream 2?
The answer to trivia question number 2 is Sarah Michelle Gellar from the WB show, Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Hello?
And a little trivia backup. I was in the original film Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Without Sarah Michelle Gellar. She was just a little tot back then.
I'm headed to the crime scene. Stay by Jennifer's side. I suggest a search of the ground.
Hey, Dewdrop. Can I have a word? Just so it can be straight. I'm the professional celebrity guard here. My resume lists Julia Roberts, Salman Rushdie, Posh Spice. You are the Hollywood hanger-oner.
Deputy Dewey may be a hanger-on in Scream 3, but there were no stragglers allowed to hang around the set. Not after the director's alarming experience.
Beginning with Scream 2, we had this kind of frightening thing happen of the first 30 pages were sent to us by the writer, Kevin Williamson, and that evening they appeared full-blown in format on the internet. And we just couldn't believe our eyes. No, none of us to this day have an idea of how it happened.
This time, Craven and company made secrecy a top priority, and that meant keeping some cast members in the dark.
Basically, I got my pages for the scene I was shooting the next day, only the night before, and sometimes the day of.
I would get the scenes for the day I was shooting either that day or the night before. So if it was that day, memorizing was a pain in my butt. But even still, you know, I would get it and they would be so hard to read because in the middle of the page would be a big maroon stripe.
Special paper that couldn't be Xeroxed.
But one star was hip to the director's method.
I knew, but just because I was in the first two, so they kind of let us know stuff. But a lot of people didn't know. A lot of the crew members didn't know. Sometimes I would spill the beans I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to.
Because of the high level of security around the lot, cast members had to be screened to see Scream 3.
I walked in, I was like, hey, I just want to see the movie. They're like, you can't go in. And one lady said, he's in the movie. But if it wasn't for that, I mean, there was no way. There was like 3 chicks lined up. You had to like meet each one of them and tell them your mom's name and show them like a driver's license.
Well, it's certainly a sign that, you know, the curiosity level is at extraordinary height. So, you know, in the long run, when it's finally released, that augurs well for your film doing well.
But the passions surrounding Scream aren't limited to the fans. The chemistry between Courtney Cox and David Arquette was evident in the original Scream, but they needed a little help getting together.
It's a weird combination. Yeah. I mean, David's kind of a wild man, and Courtney's very sort of straight and, you know, control freak. And but the funny thing and the fun thing is that they kind of have balanced each other out and rounded off each other's edges in a really great way.
I always say to people, wow, what's that media period? How long is that? Because I don't know if it's like a month, 2 months. I think it's a year. So I do, but I really feel like I'm with my soulmate. He's like, I guess I'm a newlywed, but I feel like I'm married forever to my best friend.
The fact that I met my wife, and I don't know, I can't go a day without being thankful for that. And Wes also was really instrumental in helping us make it work. He'd known we'd been going out, and I guess it was probably after Scream 2 or during the filming of Scream 2, he sat me down and said, you know, I know she likes you a lot. You should really do what it takes. It's serious. Get focused.
I said a few things to both of them that they should look very carefully at this and seriously at it, because it looked to me, as an outsider, like it was something really special. And maybe they listened a little, I don't know.
I needed a place to stay, and she said she liked having me around.
Why?
Says I make her feel safe. She says I'm her rock.
Her rock?
Yeah.
If you weren't so concerned with pretensions and appearances, you'd be able to appreciate the positivity and emotional centeredness I provided.
Coming up,